let's do just a brief rundown of this software. We're going to start at the very top of the screen. Right here, Floriani Total Control software is saying we have design 1. It's telling us how many stitches, how many colors, and the size of our design here. Now, it's going to continue to do that for you. I'm going to slide down to the lower right, and I'm going to hit all items. So now all of my wording is encased, is grouped together. Now, you'll see this is now highlighted up here. Let's watch this. We're going to make it a little bit smaller and watch how the software automatically adjusts everything for you. Okay, so let's deselect it and let's move on. Our first main ribbon right here is just some background things. Like if we want to save this here, we would hit save as, and we're going to name it Sewing Online Font or logo. Okay. Now you're going to see down here at the bottom, it says WAF. It's Walter or something. Floriani is his name, but it's our working file. That means we're going to go ahead and save it. We're going to assign it to a folder, which means now if I ever need to go back in here, I can retrieve it and change anything I want. Okay. Now, if we're done and we don't need to make any changes, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit Save As. We're going to go to the file type, and we're going to tell it what format we want to save it in here. So let's go ahead and hit Save. Now that means you're done editing it, okay? But as you see here on the screen, we do have a little bit of editing we need to do with our fonts. So we're not done. So this allows us with our working file that we can go back in and do that. Here is if we want to bring in a whole new page and start over, but yet we want to keep our other design open. If we want to bring a design in that we created, we would hit our folder and go through. Here is our PES logo right here. Let's go ahead and open that up. Now you can see it is just in outline mode here. We're going to go to the left and I'm going to hit the 3D. Now we can see our stitches. Now with a purchase design, if you look over here to the right, you're going to see there's not anything you can really do to this at this point, okay, because it's a permanent design. That's why I was saying to keep your design in the working file, you can go back and change them. Let's go ahead and close this out. It's going to ask if we want to make any change, save any changes. We're just going to tell it no. Let's bring in a pre-purchased design. These here, it's my working file. You can see what I've already been creating. Let's bring in something that we bought. You're just going to see tons and tons of designs here. Here's a little monogram that I did for someone. Okay. Now, you can see here, it's already been saved. So there's not a lot I can do with it other than change the color. So let's come down and let's change it to a pretty pink. I just did a left click. There it is on the right. And here you go. Now I can go ahead and change this. If you watch the top up here, it will tell us changing the sizes. Now it did not adjust the stitch count. That is something that you have to pay attention to. Let's go back and hit the undo button, okay? Because it's very important to pay attention to your stitches if you're going to manipulate a permanent design, okay? But let's get rid of that one. We're going to tell it no because I don't want any changes made to that. Let's come back up here and pick something else. Looks like I made there's some little cookies made. Oh gosh, I made that years and years ago. Here's my granddaughter's name in a Jeff file. You can see here in the software, you can create your own files. You can name them. And if you come along, you can even view them. Okay, that is so incredibly important with having a software. So you're not guessing all of these names and having to keep all the printouts to know what you've got because it's just going to be endless. Let's go ahead and bring that one in. We're going to hit open. Let's hit our 3D so we can see what we've got. This is a beautiful Christmas design. Now, if you look to the right, you can see all the different colors now. And you can go in there and adjust these colors. If you wanted to put some font with that, you can do that. You can add in Merry Christmas. I mean, it's just, It's just endless here. We're going to come up to the font. Let's just say Merry Christmas. Probably shouldn't be using that since Christmas is over, but it's okay. It's just a demo. There is our lettering, okay? Let's get rid of that. So it's just super easy. What if you want to see this in a hoop? We're going to come along here. We're going to select our hoop. Now we know that is not a 4x4 design. We're going to select the size hoop that we think it is, or whatever. If we wanted to put the Merry Christmas back in here, we can do that. Check it out. We can come back up, hit undo. There's our Merry Christmas. Bring it in and resize it to fit in our hoop. We would go up here. We would hit save as, because you do not want to hit save and alter your purchase design. You would hit save as, you would give it a name, okay? You do, and you could put Mary, Joseph, Christmas, whatever, and put it in your file. Let's close this out because we do not want to alter our save design. Let's look at some digitizing tools super fast. Here is our pen. Let's go to a new page real quick. Here's our pen. We can come in and do straight lines. We can even do curves with that. Here is a pen here and a Bezier tool. You can pick from here. You can come in here and tell the software what you're going to be digitizing here. We can pick some custom shapes. This is our auto digitizing. We can do cross stitch. We can do photographs. We can do an auto artwork wizard and our digitizing wizards here. The software also gives us some basic designs here that we can come through and digitize quickly, which is a great tool to have right off the rip. This is just an artwork. There's nothing assigned to this right now. Let's do an outline run. There is a quick little out stitch here. We can even turn around and put it into a filled design. We can highlight it, come over here to the right, and we can even change the way the stitches are laid out, etc. We're going to hide it, light it. We're going to come back over here to the left. We're going to change our start and stop. And we can even change the direction of how the stitches are going. You must always hit apply or enter to make it happen. How cute is that? You can combine designs. Okay, so I'm going to come through here. Let's hit select. I'm going to right click. Let's do a copy. Let's do a paste. Let's move it over. Let's put a different color on there and check this out. So let's come up here. Now, if you look up here, we can tell it to group, which will make it one. Our layering here, our sequences here. Now, this align means it's going to move on the screen. We can tell it to go to the center. We can tell it to do different things here. See, now it's centered. But it's also is going to change how you've layered these, okay? Let's hit all items here, bring it kind of back into the center. You can flip, you can rotate, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with this. Now, if we wanted to combine these two, let's hit the combined and check it out. Pretty cool. Now without going into a lot of detail, there's ways to combine them where you don't get that gap. Let's hit undo really super quick. We can add fonts right here. Font play is so much fun, okay? A whole different story here, whole different lesson here. If we wanted to just add a quick font on here, we can pick one here and let's just write love on here super quick. Once again, this is just an overview. It's a quick demo. Look at that. We got a little bit of a gap. Let's bring that E in. Oops, you got to grab that. There it goes. And hit here. And we still have our color. Now you can even layer these, okay? Very, very cool. So much you can do with it. It just goes on and on and on. Let's see here. What else can we do here? If you didn't want that font, you're going to keep it highlighted. You're going to go to the right to your fonts here. You hit your drop down menu, scroll through till you find something that you think you might want, select it, hit apply, and it will change it for you. You may have to go back and kind of adjust letters around a little bit, however you want it to look and uh, view. Okay. When you're done with that, you're going to do your file. You're going to hit save as. You're going to name it. You're going to leave it in your working file so you can go back and make any changes if you need to, if it didn't stitch out exactly the way you want it. We could put hearts and hit save. Come back. Let's bring it into our format. You can come in here, tell it whatever it is you need. Let's talk about this one super quick, which makes Floriani Total Control software unique. We're going to hit save to sew. Now we're telling it, it automatically comes up as a baby onesie. We're not doing a baby onesie. All right, let's tell it that what we're going to do, we're going to use let's do a flannel, and we're going to tell it we did digitize it. Okay. Now we're going to come along in here and we're going to hit new style settings, and we're going to click and unclick, apply new density, apply new underlay settings, apply new pull and composition, apply all other settings. Okay. And we're going to just leave it there because it's going to do all the work for us. Now what it's going to do is going to tell us what stabilizers to use, your hooping, and it's even going to suggest that you use a topper on here. You're going to hit finish and you're going to save it. You're going to name it hearts and you're going to put it to whatever format that you need. Don't forget to name it. And there it is. And see here in your notes, it's telling you everything that it told you here. All right. You're going to send it to your machine and stitch it out. This is just one of the many, many things that this program can do for you. All right. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed watching this.